Hello everyone, welcome to the Library Marketing Show. I'm your host, Angela Hursh, the founder and curator of superlibrarymarketing.com. Today's episode goes in conjunction with episode 14. Last week I talked about how I don't hire librarians to do marketing in my library, which is the Public Library of Cincinnati and Hamilton County. And this week I want to talk to that group of librarians who don't have a choice. They've been asked by their organization to market. They're not trained as marketers. They don't have a communications degree, but they're committed to their library as an organization and they want to do the best job possible with marketing. It happens all the time in all parts of the country and in all parts of the world, to be honest with you. Lots of librarians are out there doing marketing and they feel lost, but they want to do the best job possible for their library. So when you're in that situation, what do you do? First of all, learn. It's really easy these days with the internet to learn as much as you can about marketing. There are all kinds of blogs and podcasts available where you can educate yourself about what's going on in the industry, best practices, and the best ways to market your library. I have a whole bunch of podcast suggestions and blog suggestions on superlibrarymarketing.com. I'll put some in the show notes of this video as well to get you started. There are just lots of places where you can go to learn everything about social media, writing press releases, doing email marketing, all of the things that you might be asked to do as a librarian if you're also marketing for your library. The second thing, of course, is to do research. We know librarians are really great at research, like really great, like the best researchers I've ever met in my life. You can do all kinds of research, again, on the internet and also within your own library system. There are so many books, like actual print books or ebooks, available, written by marketing experts with all kinds of great advice. If you have to do marketing for your library, start reading them. I'll put a list in the show notes as well of some books that I think will help anyone who's a beginning librarian or a beginning marketer who works as a librarian, so that you can just check those books out and start reading and get really knowledgeable. It's very easy when you're doing marketing and you're a librarian to get unfocused because you're not just doing marketing stuff, you're doing all of your regular librarian duties as well. So my best advice is to just stay laser focused. If you can, try to make sure that everything you do in marketing is aligned with your library's overall strategy. So if your library director wants to increase attendance at programs by a certain percentage by the end of the year, that's where your marketing should be focused. You should be doing things that will make program attendance rise and help your library director reach his or her goals. And particularly if your job is not just marketing, you really need to stay focused so that you don't end up doing a whole bunch of things and you're not able to do your job properly. The other thing that I think about when I'm talking about to librarians who have to do marketing and they're not trained marketing professionals is to really, they like to do things that have always been done at the library, the same kind of marketing things. And I would love for you to think outside the box in a way for a librarian. So that for a librarian, that means doing things that actually work for your library, not just to do marketing strategies and tactics that have always been done at your library. An example of this would be, let's say that your library in the past has done a press release for every event that they do, but you're not seeing the coverage that you want in newspapers, on radio, on TV, or whatever. Those press releases aren't working for you, and that's okay. You can try to do something else like a personal email to the media, or actually invite the media into your library to take a tour or meet with them to see what it is that they want, what kind of pitches they want from you, the way that they want you to pitch stories, and just to ask them about the best ways to go about getting a story in the newspaper. You don't always have to do a press release. If your library has always done posters, but you see that attendance is down and you're trying to drive attendance, you can market programs in other ways, like an email. If your library is on a social media platform that's not working for you, you're not getting the engagement, it's okay to not post on that particular social media platform. If you're a librarian and you're doing library duties and marketing, you can focus on just the social media platforms that work for you. And don't get rid of your library accounts on other social media platforms, because you never know, social media changes so quickly. Other platforms that are not working now might work in the future, so you want to keep a hold of your accounts, but don't post on them now. If it's not working for you, let it go for a while. It's okay. I give you permission, and you can always play this video for your library directors and tell them that I told you it's okay to not post on every social media platform if they're not working for you. So those are my pieces of advice for librarians who are doing marketing. I hope that helps. Of course, if you have any direct questions, you can always hit me up in the comments. I want to do kudos today to the Chicago Public Library. They went fine-free. They're the largest library system in the country to do so. I'm so excited for them. There is already all kinds of good press for them, but more than that, their brand is going to have a boost in their community. And they're just going to be able to do all kinds of things marketing wise and in the community, because their cardholders no longer have to worry about paying fines. I think it's amazing. The fine-free movement is building in the library world. It can only be good for marketing. Kudos to the Chicago Public Library for that decision. Again, like, share, subscribe to the video. If you have any suggestions for future library marketing show topics, you can hit me up in the comments or go to superlibrarymarketing.com and click on the Library Marketing Show. See you next week.